Hollywood and the world are reeling today, December 15, 2025, after the tragic deaths of legendary director and actor Rob Reiner, 78, a man whose creative vision and passion for storytelling left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. The news has sent shockwaves through not only Hollywood, but also through fans and colleagues across the globe, who are struggling to come to terms with the loss of such a towering figure. Alongside him was his beloved wife, photographer Michele Singer, 68, whose own artistry and warmth touched many lives. The couple, married for over 3 decades, were often seen together at industry events, their partnership admired by friends and fans alike. The couple was found deceased in their Brentwood home, a shocking event that has silenced one of the industry's most influential voices. The quiet neighborhood, now the center of a heartbreaking tragedy, is filled with a sense of disbelief and sorrow. The Reiner family released a brief statement, confirming the loss and asking for privacy as they grieve. Friends and colleagues have expressed their condolences, remembering Rob and Michele as generous, loving, and deeply committed to their family and craft. Rob Reiner was more than a celebrity. He was a cultural touchstone, shaping generations through his work. His films and performances have become part of the fabric of American culture, inspiring countless artists and bringing joy to millions. From his iconic role as Michael "Meathead" Stivic in All in the Family, where he challenged social norms and brought humor and heart to living rooms across America, to directing classics like When Harry Met Sally, a film that redefined the romantic comedy and remains beloved decades later, and The Princess Bride, a timeless fairy tale that continues to enchant audiences of all ages. His influence is immeasurable. Reiner's ability to move seamlessly between genres, from comedy to drama to fantasy, set him apart as a true master of his craft. The circumstances of their deaths are deeply unsettling, with law enforcement suggesting a violent end that stands in stark contrast to the warmth Reiner brought to millions. The investigation is ongoing, and the community is left searching for answers, struggling to reconcile this tragedy with the joy and hope the couple brought to so many. As the world processes this grim news, the sense of loss is only beginning to be understood. Tributes have poured in from every corner of the globe, with fans, friends, and fellow artists sharing memories and expressing their grief. For now, Hollywood and countless fans mourn the sudden extinguishing of 2 bright lights, left grappling with the senselessness and the void their absence leaves behind. In the coming days, their legacy will be celebrated, their stories retold, and their impact remembered by all who were touched by their extraordinary lives. On a quiet Sunday afternoon, the calm of Brentwood was shattered when first responders rushed to the Reiner residence. The upscale neighborhood, known for its tranquility and safety, was suddenly filled with the blare of sirens and flashing lights, drawing the attention of stunned neighbors and passers-by. Paramedics and firefighters responded swiftly to a desperate call for medical aid, their faces tense with urgency as they prepared their equipment and hurried toward the home. But what awaited them inside was far worse than anyone could have imagined, a scene of profound tragedy. Rob Reiner and Michele Singer, beloved members of the community, had become the victims of a brutal and senseless homicide. The gravity of the situation was immediately clear. The LAPD's elite robbery homicide division quickly took control of the investigation, underscoring the seriousness and complexity of the case. As darkness fell, detectives and forensic teams worked tirelessly through the night. They combed the property for clues, meticulously gathering evidence and trying to reconstruct the couple's final hours, hoping to find any detail that could lead to answers. Despite their efforts, no suspects have been identified. Police have remained tight-lipped about possible motives or leads, fueling speculation and concern throughout the city. The lack of answers has left the Brentwood community deeply unsettled. A heavy police presence remains, and yellow crime scene tape now marks the perimeter of what was once a peaceful family home, serving as a stark reminder of the violence that occurred. The Reiner residence, once filled with laughter, creativity, and the warmth of family gatherings, has been transformed into the epicenter of a major murder investigation, drawing media attention and public scrutiny. As the city waits anxiously for answers, neighbors and friends gather in quiet solidarity, hoping for justice and closure for Rob and Michele Reiner. The sense of loss is palpable, and the search for truth continues. As news of the tragedy spread through Brentwood, the close-knit community was immediately gripped by a wave of shock and sorrow. The quiet, tree-lined streets, usually filled with laughter and the sounds of daily life, were suddenly overtaken by a heavy silence. Neighbors, many of whom had known the Reiner family for years, struggled to process the unthinkable event that had shattered their sense of normalcy. Residents gathered outside, their faces etched with disbelief and grief, as police cars and news vans lined the street. The presence of flashing lights and reporters underscored the gravity of what had happened, making the tragedy feel all the more real. Among those arriving were Rob Reiner's closest friends, including Billy Crystal and Larry David, both visibly devastated. Their arrival brought a somber recognition of the Reiners' deep connections, not just within the neighborhood, but throughout the entertainment world. Friends embraced, offering comfort in the face of overwhelming loss. As the hours passed, a makeshift memorial began to form. Flowers, candles, and handwritten notes appeared along the fence, each one a testament to the love and respect the community held for the family. Neighbors described the Reiners as warm, integral members of the community, often seen walking their dogs, sharing friendly words, and participating in local events. Their presence had always brought a sense of comfort and familiarity to those around them. The family's unique closeness, one daughter and her children living just across the street, adds another layer of heartbreak. The bonds that tied them together were visible to all, making the loss feel even more profound for those who witnessed their daily interactions. The sudden violence shattered the neighborhood's sense of safety, leaving residents feeling vulnerable and deeply saddened. Many spoke of sleepless nights and a lingering fear that such tragedy could strike so close to home. For Brentwood, this loss is not just cultural, but painfully personal. The community's grief is palpable, as neighbors lean on each other for support and try to make sense of the unimaginable. The crime scene stands as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace in even the most tranquil communities. In the days to come, Brentwood will struggle to heal, forever changed by the events that unfolded on its quiet streets. Rob Reiner first became a household name as Michael "Meathead" Stivic on All in the Family, a role that helped redefine American television. His portrayal of the passionate, idealistic son-in-law clashing with Archie Bunker brought real social issues into living rooms across the country. Reiner's performance earned him 2 Emmy Awards and cemented his place in TV history. The show tackled taboo subjects, racism, feminism, war, making Reiner's character a voice for a changing generation. Even after leaving the show, the meathead persona followed him, a testament to his cultural impact. For many, he would always be Michael Stivic, the role that launched his career and defined a cultural moment. This early success set the stage for his extraordinary journey as a filmmaker. Rob Reiner's transition to directing marked one of Hollywood's most impressive filmmaking streaks. His debut, This Is Spinal Tap, became an instant cult classic, showcasing his sharp comedic voice. He followed with Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, and When Harry Met Sally, each film a masterclass in storytelling and genre. Reiner's versatility was unmatched, moving from comedy to drama, romance to thriller, with ease. A Few Good Men earned him an Academy Award nomination and delivered one of cinema's most iconic courtroom scenes. His films, from Misery to The American President, resonated with audiences and critics alike. Reiner's work was always grounded in relatable characters and universal themes. His legacy as a director is secure. His movies are timeless, beloved, and will be celebrated for generations. Beyond film and television, Rob Reiner was a tireless advocate for social and political causes. He championed early childhood development, leading the creation of First 5 California to support children's health and education. Reiner fought for public health, spearheading anti-smoking campaigns and taking on big tobacco. He was a vocal supporter of civil rights, marriage equality, and campaign finance reform. As a co-founder of the American Foundation for Equal Rights, he played a key role in the fight for marriage equality. Reiner's activism was principled and sustained, using his platform for real change. His legacy as an activist is as enduring as his artistic one. Tributes have poured in from across the nation, reflecting Rob Reiner's profound impact on culture and society. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass called his death a devastating loss, highlighting both his artistic and civic contributions. The family of Norman Lear, who gave Reiner his big break, expressed their heartbreak, calling him the son Norman never had. Friends and collaborators remember his kindness, generosity, and brilliant mind. Fans worldwide share memories of his films and TV moments that shaped their lives. For many, his work was the backdrop to personal milestones and family traditions. The outpouring of grief is a testament to a man loved for both his talent and his humanity. Rob Reiner's legacy endures in the hearts of millions. While the world mourns, it is the Reiner family who bears the deepest pain. Rob, son of comedy legend Carl Reiner, was the patriarch of a storied Hollywood dynasty. He and Michele Singer, married 36 years, raised 3 children together in a close, loving family. Michele was Rob's rock, a talented photographer and devoted partner. The violent nature of their deaths is a trauma their children and grandchildren will carry forever. The family's closeness, one daughter and her children living just across the street, makes the loss even more poignant. As they grieve in the public eye, they ask for privacy to process a world turned upside down. For the Reiners, the loss of parents and grandparents is immeasurable, a private heartbreak behind the public tragedy. The deaths of Rob Reiner and Michele Singer mark the end of an era for Hollywood and popular culture. Reiner bridged generations, learning from legends and forging his own path as a creative force. His films, timeless explorations of friendship, love, and justice, are now part of our shared cultural language. His activism left a tangible mark on Los Angeles and beyond, proving celebrities can drive real change. The void left by his absence is irreplaceable, both in art and in advocacy. There is no sense to this tragedy, only the reminder of life's fragility. Yet, the joy, insight, and humanity Rob Reiner gave the world will live on. His story ends in tragedy, but his legacy is forever.